What's going on, investors? Welcome back to the channel. So some of you guys ask me if I can talk about Nano Dimension, and since then I have been doing my research about the company, and what I'm about to show you about Nano Dimension is going to blow your mind. If you are already invested in Nano Dimension, please watch this video from beginning till the end. I want to tell you guys what is going on with the company and what is about to happen in the 3D printing sector. This is something amazing, and since 2 days ago I have been recommending Nano Dimension to my patrons, and our positions right now are green. Okay, so let's dive into it now. Shout out to Carole Hess for asking me on Twitter to do a video about Nano Dimension. So I'm going to take my time because this is going to be a little bit long video, but it's going to explain to you guys that are not yet invested in Nano Dimension. It's going to tell you guys where the company is right now and what they are planning to do, where they want to go to next. Now, before we continue, I want to show you something. Okay, if you Google the best value 3D printing stocks right now, one stock is at number 2, and that company is called Stratasys Limited. Okay, this is also a company that is into 3D printing, plastic, nylon, and so on and so forth. And this company is about to become profitable. Right now, this company is super hot right now. Nano Dimension is trying to acquire this company. 3D is also trying to acquire this company or partner with them, because this company just literally turned profitable. And I think this is the beginning of something huge, okay, in the 3D sector. Now, this is where everything begins. On the 10th of March, okay, Nano Dimension dropped a news, and the title says Nano Dimension launches $1.1 billion takeover bid of Stratasys $SSYS to create global 3D printing leader. So in March 2023, of course, a couple of months ago, Nano Dimension tried to acquire, and they are still trying to acquire, but this is where the story starts. Okay, Nano Dimension stock was rallying, and then somehow they tried to acquire this company, and then all of a sudden, if you take a look at the share price of Nano Dimension year to date, you can see this is March. Okay, you guys can see on the 2nd of March they were trading around $3.11, but yesterday they closed at $2.89. But since the 10th of March, right here on the 9th of March, the share price of Nano Dimension closed at $3.1, but since then it was going lower. It's even in March 22nd it got to 2.38, and then just look at that, on the 23rd of this month it was even trading at $2.21, but then something happened. So somehow this news right here, okay, that happened on the 10th of March of Nano Dimension trying to acquire Stratasys dropped the share price of Nano Dimension to this bottom, and now the share price of the company started to rally once again. And I have been tracking this company, and then I recommended Nano Dimension to my patron. If you want to become a patron, you can see the link in the description. I recommended it somewhere around here when the breakout happened, and right now I am green in my position. Those of my patrons that also bought are also green. So that is where the craziness of this Stratasys started. Now this news, if you go further, you can see Nano Dimension has launched a takeover bid to acquire Stratasys in an all-cash offer valued at $1.1 billion. Don't forget that Nano Dimension has a lot of cash, at hand, and Stratasys was trading, below $1 billion, okay, but right now it is above $1 billion. Even the market cap of Stratasys right now is higher than the market cap of Nano Dimension, because Nano Dimension is still not yet, look at that, $746 million in market cap. Meanwhile, Stratasys market cap is $1.2 billion. So this company is the hottest right now in the 3D sector. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys, and I want to show you guys why this company is the hottest and why everybody is trying to acquire this company, and why putting money in Nano Dimension last week was a good idea. But it didn't really rally much yet, so if you want to join the rally, you can still join it. If you take a look at the 5 days, the share price of Nano Dimension has been going higher and higher. Now this is Stratasys Limited. Okay, ticker SSYS, with a market cap of 1.2 billion US dollars. Look at the volume, literally almost nothing. Okay, volume 1.6 million, and they are going to report their earnings on the 1st of August. Now, if you come down here, not to waste your time, you can see that they have been beating all their earnings estimate. Okay. And then if you come to the yearly, you can see 2019, 2021, 22, they were in losses. But right now, this company just posted a positive earning. If you take a look at their most recent earning, let me see if I can find it here. 4 days ago, there's a lot of news going on about this company right now. You barely can find any news. Look at that, satisfied preliminary from 4 additional revenue. Not this one. Hopefully I can find it. If not, this company is about to turn profitable. Okay, they reported a positive earning in the first quarter of this year, and okay, I cannot find it. I can't find it. We have to continue. This company is about to turn profitable, guys, and that is why everybody's going crazy right now about this company. And also, there's a lot of bullish news about this company right now. Now, I have prepared some for you guys. First of all, this is the share price of Stratasys. In 2023, the share price of the company started at 11.90. I need to reduce this so that you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so it started at 11. Look at that, 11 point, let's say 12 US dollars. Right now, the share price closed on Friday at 17.76. Okay, US dollars. So if you jumped in at the beginning of this year, let's say you are following this sector, of course it has been going down, okay, for months, and then all of a sudden, somehow they are about to turn profitable. And sometimes you have to understand that the share price of the company has nothing to do with the company. Sometimes, okay, the company can be performing well, meanwhile the share price will be just going down. PayPal is a perfect example. Now, if you come back to 3D Systems, 3D System is trying to go into partnership with Stratasys, okay, and something is going on. Stratasys board of directors, they are trying not to accept 3D System. They don't want. This one is a news from 4 days ago. For example, Stratasys confirms receipt of revised unsolicited proposal from 3D Systems. Okay, 3D System is trying to go in partnership with Stratasys. This is the news right here. The title says Stratasys provides estimates for Dextal metal merger. Now, what I find super interesting about this merger is, if you come down, the combined company is expected to generate revenues of more than 1.6 billion US dollars and EBITDA of over 300 million US dollars in 2026 at base case, against a 20% pro forma EBITDA margin. This suggests a This suggests a top-line compound annual growth rate of 19% from 2022 to 2026 compared to 14%. So if these two companies comes together, what 3D System is trying to say is it's going to be a huge benefit for the shareholder of both companies, and they are going to capture enough of the market share of their sector. Now, if you take a look at this right here, you can see in case of a downside, the combined company is expected to generate revenues of more than 1.4 billion US dollars and EBITDA of over 200 million US dollars in 2026 against a 14% pro forma EBITDA margin. Now, if you come down, it is likely to close in fourth quarter 2023. So they are still negotiating. A lot of things is going on about this, this partnership. Okay, 3D coming together with Stratasys. And then last month, the company reported better than expected results. Okay, this is Stratasys. Okay, last month Stratasys reported better than expected results for the first quarter of 2023. Its first quarter revenues of 149.4 million US dollars surpassed the Zacks consensus estimate of 142.2 million US dollars. Moreover, Stratasys reported non-GAAP earnings of 2 cents per share, while the consensus mark was pegged at a loss of 8 cents per share. So they were supposed to report minus 8 cents, but they reported plus 2 cents. So this is one of the reasons why these companies are going crazy about Stratasys at the moment. Now, this news is from 29th of last month. Sorry, we're in July. Stratasys holder urges company to engage with 3D Systems on its takeover offer. So the thing is, the board of directors of Stratasys, they are kind of trying to negotiate with 3D System. They want more money from 3D System, or better offer or whatever. So that is what is going on right now. Okay, the investors, the shareholders are saying Strata should agree and accept 3D System offer. Meanwhile, the board of directors are saying otherwise, and that is one of the reasons why if you go on my Twitter, I just made a tweet, a poll about Nano Genomics, asking my followers if they think Nano Genomics problem is from the board of directors. This is the poll right here. If they think it is from the market, the executives, or the board of directors. But look at that, only 12% is suggesting that it is from the board of directors. And in my opinion, I think the board of directors is one of the problems, if not the biggest problem Nano Genomics is facing right now, because they are listening to what the executives, the CEO is saying, and they are literally doing everything. They are not fighting for the shareholders. Board of directors are fighting for the company. So now if you come back to where we were, let's continue. This is another news that happened yesterday. 3D Systems reaffirms commitment to combination with Strata. Now, before we continue with Nano Dimension, I want to tell you guys the story of what is going on in this sector and why Nano Dimension is super hot as well right now. So please follow me. Now, this news says, so the 3D Systems, responded to today's all right, this one is from 3D Systems. Now, 3D Systems responded to today's announcement by Strata Limited that Strata continues to refuse to engage with the company to discuss a business combination transaction despite the opportunity to create superior value for Strata shareholders. Now, according to the CEO of 3D System, he is accusing the board of Strata. He says Strata board did not acknowledge or refute the merits of our proposed transaction or respond to the market's concerns about the value destruction of the desktop metal merger. If you take a look at this, the Strata board has made the perplexing decision to not engage with us, to reach a mutually agreed upon friendly transaction that we believe would unlock value for all shareholders. So they are accusing the board of directors of Strata of not, accepting the offer. Now, the Strata board is ignoring these signals from its investors. And if you go further down, it also says industry leading financial profile, estimated LTM combined revenue of $1.2 billion and approximately $150 million in pro forma cash on the combined company balance sheet, with a combined approximately 12% EBITDA margin and no debt or equity financing completed. 3D printed lungs anticipated by 2026. This sector is super hot right now, guys, including human trials for 3D printed lungs. That is why 3D is trying to go into partnership. They are trying to combine their business with Strata's businesses to form a bigger company, because something big is about to happen in this sector, guys, in this 3D printing sector. Now, that is that about 3D System and Strata for now. Let's dive into Nano Dimension and Strata and why Nano Dimension has been rallying. Now, once again, the share price of Nano Dimension closed 4.7% yesterday. I gained a lot from this, and my patrons as well, they gained a lot from this. Now, market cap $746 million. Look at the volume is increasing 7.5 million from 1.8 from average. But the thing is, if you take a look at Nano Dimension in the past 5 years, you guys can see during the 2021 rally, the share price of the company rose to $13.74, and then it started to drop along with the market, just like the likes of Nano Genomics. But the thing is, it didn't set from 2020, it used to trade at 81 cents below $1 before we saw that massive rally, just like Nano Genomics was trading around 50 cents. But then the good news is, Nano Dimension didn't come down below $1. It stayed above $2, unlike Nano Genomics that is presently trading at around 60 cents. So now, this is where it gets super interesting. Nano Dimension just filed 13DA, okay, on the 27th of this month, and they just acquired about 14% of Stratasys, okay, the company that I told you guys is literally profitable right now, and I believe it's going to keep, you know, profitability. They have already seen a path to profitability, and I think they are going to maintain that path. Nano Dimension just acquired 14% in this company. Meanwhile, they are still fighting. Okay, I think Nano Dimension is trying to acquire the company entirely. Okay, that is where it gets interesting. So you guys can see from this filing from the 26th of this month, just a couple of days ago, I believe on Tuesday, Nano Dimension just bought about 9.6 million shares. Okay, 9.6 million shares of Stratasys. Okay, higher than, you know, those that have been holding shares of this company since, you know, God knows when. So this is getting super interesting. Now if you take a look at this, okay, I want to show you guys, look at that. This is Stratasys institutional ownership. It was dropping massively. Nano Dimension came in. I believe next month this is going to, you know, jump a little bit higher, and I think more, you know, institutional investors or companies are going to start to put money into this stock. But I'm not here to tell you guys about Stratasys, okay, I'm here to tell you guys about Nano Dimension. Now Stratasys to review revised unsolicited partial tender offer from Nano Dimension. Now the board of directors, once again, they are trying to, you know, reject this buying from Nano Dimension. Look at that, because Nano Dimension has offered them, let me read this from beginning. Stratasys, a leader in polymer 3D printing solution. For those of you that don't know what is polymer 3D, it's more or less like plastic, nylon, you know. Today confirmed that Nano Dimension Limited, don't forget this news is from the 27th, the same day that Nano Dimension filed, you know, their 13D that, you know, they have acquired about 40% of Stratasys. So Stratasys today confirmed that Nano Dimension Limited has increased the offer price of its unsolicited partial tender offer to acquire Stratasys ordinary shares not already owned by Nano from $8 to $20. So Stratasys is becoming very valuable, guys. Nano Dimension first offer back in March, okay, 10th of March was $18, and now they have increased it to $20, because back then Stratasys was trading around $11 or so, but right now the share price of the company is at $17.76. So they increased it from 18 to 20, and I think they are possibly going to increase it again, perhaps to $22, because this company is becoming super valuable. And now that is that. Now if you come down a little bit, on May 25th 2023, Stratasys entered into a merger agreement. This is super interesting, with Desktop Metal, pursuant to which Desktop Metal agreed to combine with Stratasys in an all-stock transaction. The Stratasys board has not changed its unanimous approval recommendation and declaration of advisability of the previously announced transaction with Desktop Metal. So while Nano Dimension is trying to, you know, somehow take over Stratasys, Desktop Metal is trying to get into some kind of merger agreement with Stratasys. This sector is going crazy, guys. I don't know if you are super hyped, like, you know, as much as I am. Now this one is from just 2 days ago. Nano Dimension announces record Q1 2022 results, revenue of $14.9 million. 43% year-over-year growth is massive, guys. 43% year-over-year growth, and I think it's just going to continue. But the thing is, $14.9 million is not a lot. I think that is why, because Nano Dimension has a lot of cash at hand, that's why they are trying to, you know, take over, okay, Stratasys, so that they can combine it to their business and it can help them to boost. Okay, so you guys, if you are invested in Nano Dimension, you really need to be following this news about Stratasys, so that you don't, you know, end up, you know, should in case they just, you know, sell their shares once again, and, you know, they don't want to acquire Stratasys anymore, or something like that, you have to be ready, okay, to take your profit, or, you know, be ready for some kind of drawdown. Now so this is the revenue of Nano Dimension, and then if you come here, you can see, according to the CEO, I believe one of the most exciting developments this quarter is the fast adoption of our deep learning AI technology. So now I am putting my money into Nano Dimension because of two things. The first one is because of that, you know, acquisition of Stratasys, and the second one is this deep learning AI technology. And you guys know that right now AI is very hot, okay. Developed by our cube division, it is now effectively installed in our newer models of machines, advancing industrial inspection, print quality optimization, process optimization, and monitoring and maintenance of machines. So this sector right here somehow is super hot, okay, at Nano Dimension. Look at that. While Deep Coop is a significant value add to new and existing customers, we are starting to receive requests from industrial customers to sell them the Deep Cube AI engine by itself to be installed on their own machines, thereby turning our Deep Cube group into a standalone revenue generating division. So this is Nano Dimension way of going into artificial intelligence, guys. Now that's that about that. Let's go to the next one. Now this one right here says why Nano Dimension stock rocketed almost 15% higher today. Okay, of course this is also from 2 days ago. Now investors like the company's first quarter results. They also liked that it plans to resume its share buyback program. Okay, that's why according to the monthly full, one of the most exciting developments this quarter is the fast adoption of our deep learning AI technology developed by this yada yada. Nano Dimension quoted CEO Yoav Stern as saying it is now effectively installed in our newer models of machines, advancing industrial inspection, print quality optimization, process optimization, and monitoring and maintenance of machine. That is why Nano Dimension is also super hot right now, apart from them trying to acquire, you know, a part entirely Stratasys or a part of it. Now ARK Invest is one of the, you know, institutional investors of Nano Dimension. If you come here, you can see, I think Nano Dimension institutional ownership is about to skyrocket. Take a look at what happened in June. Okay, you guys can see there is a spike. Okay, this is the third largest spike of Nano Dimension, and there is a possibility it's going to keep going higher in this month, in July. Now if you come to the institutional owners of Nano Dimension, you can see Moonshintin Limited and Ansin Fund Limited are, you know, 15 million each with 13D filing. They own about 5.9% and 6.2%. But if you want to take a look at, you know, the remaining largest shareholders, you can see we have State Street Corporation, BlackRock at 5.9 million, Boot Bay Fund Management, Hanson Funds, yada 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 yada. Where is even ARK Invest? Oh my god, ARK Invest is literally almost nowhere to be found. Where is ARK Invest here, guys? ARK Invest. Okay, ARK Invest is here. So ARK Invest is here with 2.5 million shares. So you guys can see we still have Moonshintin with 14.5 million shares, and Sun Funds Management with 13.9 million shares. So yeah, now this right here is Nano Dimension, guys. This is what is going on. In the past 5 days it has been rallying. In the past 1 month it has also, you know, turned green. Past 6 months it is about to break the March high of this year. Okay, year to date $3.11 is where you have to be watching. This is year to date. Once the share price of Nano Dimension breaks $3.1, you should expect it to continue to rally higher. Okay, and look at the 1 year. Okay, this is the 1 year 3.1. That's where we want to break, and then we are going to be targeting 3.58, and then you go to the 5 years, you can see we are going to be targeting somewhere closer to, you know, $8, $10, and then $13 if the rally continues. But in my opinion, I think it should continue. Of course, we still have, you know, all this Fed interest rate hike, okay, pausing, yada yada. So hopefully everything is going to be fine. Remember to smash the like button. If you want me to keep making video about Nano Dimension, let me know in the comment section. I remember your boy Dio. Subscribe before you leave for more video like this. Ciao ciao.